Welcome back to another episode of Wild Sports. I'm Fu, got my boy Sean here with me,
What up?
and we're going to do a little Falcons review preview. The Falcons, wow, what a whirlwind. They got the W.
They did get the W. The reverse juju worked.
It did. 16-13 is the final. Atlanta got the win. Ritter got his first win on the road. I know. I know.
Right here. No. Genuine applaud. It's hard to win road games in the NFL. Genuine applaud.
I told you I went high with it. I went like there was going to be a scoring fest, and it wasn't. I said 30-23. Falcons. I did say the Falcons would win.
There you go.
Way off. Sean 13-20 Tampa Bay. So the reverse juju got us the W. It worked. So I like it. Overall takes from the game, they actually showed it in Alabama, so I got to watch a good bit of it. I was in a fishing tournament. I had it on my phone. Ritter was efficient, I would say, with the passing game. 19 of 25 for 250 yards, no touchdowns. But the fumbles, man. Crucial spots, too.
Man, he throws a pretty ball, doesn't he?
He does. It's just the fumbles just leave a sour taste in your mouth. It could have been a pretty dominant.
Oh yeah, you can go on to the next point. That's my entire thing.
Yeah,
is what could have been. So
yeah, I get no Bijan. He was I guess a late scratch, sick or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard, but we're getting investigated.
Yeah, I mean, because it's
NFL.
because it's. I mean, you've got a lot of people putting money on these things. You got people who have money in fantasy leagues. Money in Vegas. I'm sure Vegas probably loved it. But that was a big thing. I think he had one carry for 3 yards.
He wasn't in the game until like a couple minutes into the second quarter.
Yeah, so no Bijan.
Let me have a small take on that real quick.
Okay.
I don't think the NFL fantasy players, Vegas, have any, and I'm sure there's a rule in the NFL that says against what I'm about to say, but I don't think they have any right to need to know prior to a game or anything like that. The dude was having migraines. I did hear a rumor that it wasn't migraines. I heard he was late as hell to practice, and I'm hoping that's not truth. But it did seem like the penalty of being late to practice matched what we saw. But I mean, I've got a buddy that deals with migraines a lot, and I mean, he's not a football player or anything, but his migraines like go crazy to the point where he's like, dude, I can't come to work today. I can't do this. I have to like literally be in a dark room or else my head is just pounding.
Well, I don't know. I think if that was the case, he would have been in the locker room.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, I think they've got to let it out. Whoa, easy, Slick.
My bad.
I think they've got to let it out because, like I said, there's just way too much money on the line when it comes to fantasy and Vegas. You got these, all this betting going on. I think you have to release it. I mean, there's a reason why they have it. That NFLs have to disclose injury reports. But regardless, still got the W without arguably our best player. Steps up again. I mean, only giving up 13 points. Baker went 27 of 42 for 275, a touchdown and an interception. The defense does it again. Only allowed 73 yards rushing. We said going into it that shockingly that Tampa Bay doesn't have a good rush offense, but, held them to 73 yards on 20 attempts. 0 for 2 in the red zone. Big time. 2 turnovers. So overall, again, that defense stepping up. making me plays. And I know you're going to get in on Ritter, but put a solid, game winning drive, I guess you could say. You got to find the bright spots in a lot. I mean,
Absolutely.
it was really disappointing, but again, we're getting into it. He's basically a rookie quarterback. And, he's showing signs of, you know, being a quarterback that we could have for a little while. And then he shows signs of like, get him out of here,
Yeah.
but I think that's what you're kind of expecting. But, I just take it like, look, got the W, leading the NFC South 4-3. And hopefully we'll just continue to get better with it. But I'll let you go ahead and put in what you want to on this.
Okay. Yet another game where it felt like the Falcons absolutely dominated the game, and it's because they did. You see a 3-point win, and I do too. Here's why. End of the first half, driving, getting in field goal range, got into field goal range, sack fumble for Desmond Ritter, where if he doesn't just get tackled like this, he wasn't even trying to throw the ball. He was just in a Statue of Liberty stance. Fumble, turnover, -3 points right there. Third quarter, fumble the snap inside the 1. Can't put it all on him, so I'll put half it on him. I'm going to give him -7 there. It's a touchdown. Less than 4 minutes left in the game. Great defensive play. In my opinion, it's laziness on the Falcons' part. Another fumble inside the 1, -7 points. You're missing 17 points for the Falcons in which should have been a blowout.
Yeah.
Your high-scoring prediction could have been relatively true. It would have literally been 30-13 because we wouldn't have needed the extra field goal.
Yeah.
Not Desmond. Drake had a fingertip. The fingertip touched the white line to cost him a touchdown, and
that was an interesting situation. Yeah. Could have gone either way, I think.
And then there was the next play was the fumble.
Yeah.
You're 100% right. There's a lot of good, and I even said myself, he throws a really pretty ball.
Yeah.
One thing I do notice from time to time is he likes to hone in on who he wants to throw to on a particular play. There's been a few plays where I've seen him, drop back, hone in, but use that as like a facade and throw somewhere else. So I mean, you're right. He's a rookie. He still is a rookie, even though it's his second year. He doesn't have a full slate of NFL season under him yet. So you got to give him praise when you can. He is the starting quarterback of the NFC South division leader.
That's right.
I got a little flack for showing my team some love. And we're not celebrating mediocrity. We're not celebrating mid-season. I'm simply acknowledging the fact that they're playing good football, putting a good product on the TV for us to watch week in and week out. And that's something I can say that I couldn't have said in previous years. Even when Matt Ryan was here, we saw good football on one side of the ball. Defense was not, but I like this team. I love this defense, and proud of what they're doing so far this season.
Yeah, like I said, 4-3. Just got to continue to grow on it. So moving into this week, another big opportunity to get another win
on the road.
On the road at the Tennessee Titans. Falcons are -2.5, so favored to go into Nashville. Tannehill struggling, looking like we're going to get a Levis start.
It's actually confirmed.
Confirmed.
I'm almost positive. I'll double check it while you do your thing.
Yeah, so it looks like Levis is getting the start. I think adds a little You just hope this guy didn't come in and like pull
Right,
what
100%. Yeah.
or Anthony Richardson, but I just don't see that happening. Um, you know, Derrick Henry, not really his old self yet this year. Haven't really seen, um, the Derrick Henry of old yet, and hopefully we don't see it this week. Same thing with Hopkins. I think that's probably a lot to do with Tannehill and his struggles.
So 16 hours ago, it said the Titans are expected to start Levis over Willis, um, with Tannehill not expected to play. 12 hours ago, so 4 hours after that, Vrabel acknowledged Wednesday that both Levis and Willis would play Sunday against the Falcons if Tannehill is unavailable. So it sounds like if Tannehill isn't available, we'll see both.
So the possibility of seeing all sorts of quarterbacks this weekend.
Yeah. Might as well throw DeAndre Hopkins back there.
Yeah, and that's interesting too, because like, how do you? Because you talk about different quarterbacks. You bring in Willis, a Roswell boy, represent
Hometown, let's get it.
Hometown guy, and Levis, who have some, just a different style quarterback than Tannehill. These guys can beat you with their feet, but so interesting what they do to prepare for that. Like I said, Henry not as still not doing bad, but not dominant of what we've seen before. So Hopkins, same thing. Again, I think keys going in this week is limit the turnovers. You're going into an away game. Same, I think very similar games, very similar situation to going into Tampa Bay. You've got to limit those turnovers. Same thing every week. Continue to get the ball in playmakers' hands. We should hopefully see a little more offensive production with Bijan playing this week, hopefully, if we're not late to team meetings or have migraines or whatever the situation is. And I think that limit turnovers, let your offense kind of be what it is, and then, don't let Derrick Henry be King Henry. Stuff the run, stop it early and often. Force it to go on the quarterback play, which is obviously the downside of Tennessee's offense. Force them to beat you through the air, and just let that defense play like they've been playing this year. So,
you said something earlier this year, or in an earlier video we had. It was one of our Bama videos, and you said if you take away the UCF game, how bad does this team really look?
Yeah.
If you take away that Jacksonville game, how bad does this offense really look?
Yeah.
And I know they looked bad last week, but they looked bad due to turnovers. And I know that's part of the offense, and that'll get cleaned up, hopefully. But they're moving the ball.
Yeah.
They're spreading it out. They're keeping people on their toes. They're going for it on fourth. They've, I've actually really liked the way the offense is playing minus the turnovers.
Yeah.
I really like this matchup for the Falcons.
I do too.
The offense continues to roll, and I truly believe that this week Desmond will take care of the football. I think they're going to drill him on it this week in practice. And to be honest with you, I think this might turn, and this is, I said this when I thought Levis was definitely starting, but I thought this was going to turn into quite a little bit of a blowout here. I'm hoping Bijan's migraines are better this week and he gets back on the field. But if he doesn't, Algier looks great still. I think he's a phenomenal back. It was nice to see Patterson out there. You can definitely tell he's getting older.
Yeah.
But it was awesome to see him out there. We literally have the same note. I literally have keep spreading the ball around, keep getting your playmakers the ball. And I think it's going to be a great week to be a Falcon fan this week.
Predictions? What you got?
First? All right.
Go.
I got Atlanta covering the 2.5. I got the under 35.5. 27-6.
Wow.
Falcons.
We're all over each other.
And again, this is when I thought I probably still keep it. With Tannehill, I might give, it might be, 10 to 14 points with Tannehill. Just because he's a vet. He'll figure something out in one of the halves. But I'm going to stick to my guns and just stick with 27-6.
I've got 27-10.
Yeah, I like it.
We're all over each other on our
27. Huh? Nice, good choice.
27. I went with it. Hopefully you don't. I mean, I was hoping you were going to go with the reverse jinx again, but I guess you can't do that all year.
No, I can't do it against a team like Tennessee. And now that I say that, they're going to beat us 35-0.
I mean, I think this is a game. I know it's the NFL, but this is one I feel like that if we don't come out with the W, it's going to be pretty disheartening.
It's going to mess the season up, I feel.
It's just one you've got to get the wins when I think, and this is a win that's like very gettable. You've got.
I get it's on the road, and that's tough.
It is.
And you're going up against a former coach of the year. I think multi-time coach of the year. So he'll have a good game plan set for professionals. So it's not going to be an easy game, despite what the score we're predicting is.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking at our future schedule, and it doesn't look. I mean, I know you've got in conference games, but
right, you got
Tennessee,
one Carolina, one Tampa,
a struggling Minnesota. But I still think they're good.
They are. I think we lose that game for sure.
Okay. At Arizona, very winnable.
I think I gave us a win in our predictions. But I'll revisit that when that week comes up.
I'm just looking. I mean, at New York Jets, they're playing pretty good, but
at the
Jets, that'd be a fun game to go to.
That would be.
You got again, Tampa Bay, Carolina versus Indianapolis and Atlanta, and then at Chicago. So I mean, they're winnable. You're not playing It could be a lot worse.
Yeah, it could be like versus San Fran and at the Chargers and
exactly
at Seattle.
So, you're already in a struggling division. I mean, where there's no just like Super Bowl contenders, if you will,
right.
that people would be calling it out. And then you're out of conferences: Tennessee, Arizona, New York, Indianapolis, Chicago. Hey, these boys catch a little fire now. They start.
Here we go. You know what I mean?
Here we go. So y'all let us know, what do you think about last week? What's your prediction for this week for the Falcons playing the Titans? Y'all hit that like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you think down in the comment section. We appreciate y'all checking us out. Spread the word. Till next time.
Spread it.
Rise up.